Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. I love the Lion King. I mean, who doesn't love the Lion King? I mean, Hakuna Matata, man. You know? Hey guys. Hey, it's Rowdy. It's that guy that you love, but you hate, but you love, but you love, but you love, but you love. And then you hate him, and then you love him. And then you just can't figure it out. You know? He's like the club that nobody wants to go to. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Anyways, week 2, guys. I mean, week 1. See, I'm already getting ahead of myself here. We're on week 2, but I'm doing the recap for week 1. So, we had some really interesting stuff going on this week. We had some blowouts, and we had some close games. And we had Sharknadoes and Voldemort. I'll get to that later. The MVP for the week is going to be Tom Brady. He had like 35.1 points, but he's still a cheater. And so is Legos and Popsicles too. So I'm just going to do a couple of game recaps, and then we'll move over, and I'll just do my week 2 predictions. Hopefully it's quick. I never know. So first up, we got Roger Goodell and the Isotopes. Roger Goodell ended up with 115.9 points to the Isotopes 106.5. So pretty close game, but Roger Goodell just ended up being way too much. Isotopes Eddie Royal did 0.8, and Owen Daniels a disappointing 0.5. Yeah, 0.5. 0.5. I mean, that sucks. If they could have just put up what they were supposed to, he could have ended up winning that game. So that's super disappointing for him. Goodell wins, as I thought and predicted that he would. Whatever, still not talking to me. I got my sad face going. I don't get it. Okay, so going on, we then had the why, man? The Urinators. Why? Okay. The Urinators and Gotham Knights. Urinators peed all over the Gotham Knights. And the Gotham Knights were like, oh, yes, I like it. No, not really. Gotham Knights, golly, just terrible performance. Urinators 108 to the Gotham Knights 73.8. I mean, the Urinators just were stomping all over the Gotham Knights. And that's pretty much just what happened. Gotham Knights, Greg Olson had 1.1 points. Sam Bradford, probably really not worth the risk after all, like I had mentioned in my last video. I mean, the guy, I don't know how the guy's going to make it all the way through the season. I mean, after watching that game. Stupid flag. All right. The Urinators, DeAndre Hopkins, the Houston wide receiver, 23.8. 23.8. Well, congratulations, Urinators. Your name is disgusting. All right, moving on. Something offensive versus bad boys. Bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? I promise to never do that again. I couldn't resist. It's just so hard. You say bad boys, and then you gotta sing the song. And anyways, something offensive scored 100 versus the bad boys 95.1. Close game there. It surprised me. I didn't see something offensive pulling it off, but this is fantasy football, and you just never know. Something offensive got big help from Matt Forte, and bad boys. They had a solid showing. Everything added up, but just couldn't really put up enough points to pull that off. Then we had Legos and Popsicles, which is the team of the week, and I'll go ahead and just use his real name for this, since he's the team of the week, scoring 133.9 points. United States of Tom Brady just stomped all over the experience and just didn't stop stomping. Stomped up, stomping down, stomping in the streets. And the experience is over here sending freaking wiener pics. I mean, like trying to pull some Voldemort stuff over there. I don't know what he was trying to do, but it didn't work. I think he was just doing it for fun. I mean, I'm sure that Legos and Popsicles was all over it. He was probably loving it, eating it up. Okay, so I knew as of last Thursday that this was just going to be a blowout anyways, so, and it's no surprise to anybody else. The Experience picked up Roy Helu off of the waivers and got him a big ol' goose egg, so that's awesome. The Seahawks defense got 20 points. That didn't help him, but that's awesome. At least he looked a little better. United States of Tom Brady looking good to start the season. You know, it just really depends on how the Patriots do. So, since they're obviously cheaters, it makes me really question the United States of Tom Brady. I mean, you over there deflating balls? What are you doing over there? Whose balls are you deflating? Isotopes? Mm-hmm. I'm on to this. I'm on it. Like white on rice, I'm all over it. I'll be watching you. Legos and United States of Tom Brady. The Experience just looked terrible. I'm already thinking he might turn into Team Tank. May as well try to get a great draft pick, trade everybody away, get some more draft picks. But wait, he had a ton this year. So what's going on? I don't understand. Well, it's just week 1, so maybe the Experience will turn it around. I'm not too sure, but only time will tell. This is fantasy football after all. And then we had the two teams that were worse than the Experience. The Experience isn't nearly as terrible as these two look already. We had the Sharknadoes and Voldemort, and this was also the closest game of the week. Sharknadoes were able to pull it off, 68.8 to Voldemort's 68.1. I mean, this is about as close as it really gets. So this is good stuff, even though they were both terrible. Voldemort is the worst team of the week, scoring the fewest amount of points. The Voodoo text apparently did not work for Voldemort this week. I don't know if the magic has run out or if it needs to build back up. Last year he was starting undefeated until he lost. So I don't know what's going on, but he's over there voodoo texting people that he's not even playing. Okay? So just be wary of your phones, guys. I'm not even playing. He's over there texting me, telling me, oh, I got this one, and look what happened to me. So I'm still thinking the voodoo text is alive, so maybe the Sharknadoes just didn't even answer it, which would be smart. I told you if you didn't answer it in my last video that you'd win. So good job on that. I'm just super pumped that Voldemort lost. I mean, you get what you get. Good job, Sharknadoes. Thanks for pulling that off for everybody. So both teams just looked weak. Both would have lost to anybody else in the league if they were playing anybody else, which would have been great for me, but that didn't happen. Voldemort had 7 players with 10 points or less. 5 of those were under 5 points. The Sharknadoes with 7 players under 10 points as well. And his best player was Ben Rapistburger with 20 points. So, good job, Sharknadoes. Voldemort, you suck. The last game I'm going to get to is Fro and Rowdy's. Fro got away with this one here. I mean, he was just tearing it up. Julio Jones went off. Julio Jones had 26.1. I thought this was going to be close, and Fro just ran off with it. Rowdy's did put up a nice little fight there with their 94 points, but it just wasn't enough. So Julio Jones goes off. Fro had 7 players that were over 10 points each, so that's usually a pretty good sign that you're going to do great. But watch out for Froberg. Dude's got a team, but It's only week 1. Like I keep saying, anything can happen. So week 2 predictions. I've got Roger Goodell beating the Urinators. The Urinators. Isotopes beat Voldemort. There's no voodoo. Is it gone? I don't know. He might try it this week. And watch out, Isotopes. Be wary of that voodoo. Bad Boys beat the Sharknadoes. I just don't see the Bad Boys losing 2 in a row. But Sharknadoes, they did it all the time last year. So I got the Bad Boys. Sorry. I got the Bad Boys in this one. I've got Legos and Popsicle beating something offensive because they cheat. Fro beats the Experience. Cody's probably already getting his wiener picks ready for Fro. So Fro, just be on the lookout for that. And Rowdy wins a close one against Gotham Knights. So that's all I got, guys. This is Rowdy. You can take it, you can leave it, and you can throw it back at me. I don't care what you do with it. Holla, holla, holla.